Hello everyone, it has been some time. It has been about 20 days into the new year and I still have not released a video to you. And the reason for that is I've been doing some cool stuff. The first thing that I did in the beginning, and some of you came to this live stream, but I didn't make it too, big. It was that I built my first ever gaming PC. And I ordered parts, they came in, I built it on stream, it was fantastic. With a more powerful PC, I can do more powerful things, as it is. The next thing is that I have decided to do some streaming. So I now have a streaming channel that I like to stream video games on, and other stuff, varieties of things. So if you are interested in coming and seeing me play video games or talking or chatting or being a part of that community, I would love to have you there as well. And the third thing is I've been doing some life stuff. I've been doing some goal setting, stuff that involves, maybe looking into buying a house. There's a lot of steps that go into that, but none of that is Japan related. I just wanted to tell you why the past 20 days you have not seen a video. Let's talk about Japan. To be honest, things have not been great coming into the new year. Let's start with the worst of it for the first of it. Amid the rapid increase in COVID-19, Japan will extend this travel ban to all foreigners until the end of February. And that is the most disheartening thing that will come out of any of this. A lot of it has to do with the US Army bases in Okinawa and surrounding the south side of Japan. They are not making it easy for foreigners. I'm not saying it's the US Army's fault, but I'm just saying when you go to a country without testing before entering, and a lot of people go in and out of the military base, as military bases do. It's a place to stay, and then there's the local flora and fauna that you have to interact with. It has become a huge problem since a lot of the US military bases have become hot zones for the virus. This is a PR nightmare, because remember, whenever one foreigner does something bad, it reflects poorly on all foreigners. Imagine the entire US Army being an American citizen and going to Japan and thinking, wow, the US Army is playing a big role in the spread of the coronavirus in Japan, and I'm an American citizen. They're gonna look at me and think, woo, you know what I mean? Like, Japan's tourism has taken a sharp drop. Well, I mean, obviously, because the travel ban, that's a huge part of it, but 99.2% is a huge drop. Almost 100% of tourism has ceased. If your career involves tourism, I live in Hawaii. Hawaii's main trade is tourism. And imagine if 99% of tourists just stop coming to Hawaii. That would be devastating for a lot of people who have a job in the tourism industry, people who work at hotels, people who work at restaurants and bars and things. So there is some good to come out of this. So I was reading over some things, and Japan may actually ease the border stipulations for the family members of Japanese nationals. So that's good. I'm happy that at least somebody is going there to be with their family. I know I've heard a lot of things where people are being separated over years. Like the last 2 years have separated, husbands and wives, children, all of these things from seeing their mothers, their fathers, their sisters, their brothers, their family. And it's been absolutely devastating for their families. And so to have the border measures eased for them is an incredible thing. I think that's awesome. Not only that, though, the Japan government is thinking about doing the same thing for foreign students as well. So that's incredible. If you were a student, you were planning to go there, I'd say this could be an opportunity. Discussions for lifting the travel ban are happening to see if March is a viable time. However, things aren't looking good in that regard. That's pretty much all that's happening on the border. On the Borderlink side, I still have not heard anything from them. Basically, they sent me a email saying, we need you to take a background check. I'm like, all right, for sure. So I contact the Federal Bureau of Investigation, or the FBI for short, and I say, hey, if I send you my fingerprints, can you send me back my criminal record history so I can send it to Borderlink? And they were like, sure fam, we can do whatever you want. I'm like, solid, thanks FBI. They're like, no worries. So I sent them my fingerprints, and several weeks later, they sent me back my criminal history, which I am not a criminal, thank you, I'm not a crook. And I sent it to them, and still nothing. Still, they have not sent me anything. So 2 weeks into the new year, almost 3, still nothing. That's okay. Overall, how do I feel about this? Well, to be honest, I haven't given up hope. You know, I think that's the worst thing that you could do, is give up hope in a dream that you have. Because once you give up hope, you just become bitter, and that's not cool for anybody. You just become this asshole. You know what I mean? And being on Twitter, oh my god, I've talked to like hundreds and hundreds of them. Like, I've given up on Japan, and Japan is a terrible country now because they won't let me in. Look, man, they're doing their thing. We just got to do ours. You know what I mean? Get your paperwork in order. Get all your stuff that you need to do in there. And when it opens up, go then. What's a few more months? Is my thought, you know? I have a job right now. I am using that job to pay off my school loans, so I think that this is good. I am using the time that I have to do something productive, and maybe when I go to Japan, the school loans will be gone. Overall, I'm ready for things to be put into motion. I want them to move forward just as much as the next person, but I've come to this conclusion that if they don't move, I can always do something else in the meantime. Japan will happen. We have to understand this. Japan will happen. It just is a matter of time. I love you guys. I think that don't give up hope. If you guys are applied to Borderlink and you didn't get into Borderlink, you know, it is what it is. Don't stop. Apply for another company. They're looking for teachers right now. There is actually a shortage on teachers. But that's another video for another time. If you want to hit me up and ask me some questions, or you just love to see my face more, follow me on Twitter. I do a lot of stuff on Twitter. I do a lot of streaming stuff. I'll put a bunch of my life information on there. So if you want to follow me or do anything like that, hit me up on Twitter. But I cannot say enough. I cannot thank you enough for the continued support of this channel. I was gone for almost 3 weeks, and the channel has grown by like 13 or 14 subscribers. So thank you so much for all of that, you beautiful people. I appreciate you so much. I appreciate you all more than you know. And I just wanted to put this video out there to let you know exactly what's happening. Nothing so far, nothing great has happened in terms of Borderlink, nothing too big, but this is just the update for the new year. So I love you all. I will see you in the next video. Bye.